years of age and older in order to be participating, as well as in a country that has gambling legal. So make sure you guys check out Betway.com. But with that, we'll jump into the game, Purge. And, well, you were talking about the draft. What do you feel about this draft from both sides? Who do you think is going to come out on top?
Can have some damage problems, but as long as the Centaur gets a relatively fast Blink Dagger, they should be able to propel from their good laning stage into a strong mid game. But it all kind of comes down to how well Axe does in response, as well as the roaming support Kunka.
Well,
Everything
Ghostik,
else is going to be pretty straightforward.
And Ghostik is ready. I mean, after yesterday, he was playing the Axe yesterday, by the way. He had a tough off lane, and he's ready to go to the jungle. He has that Iron Talon. Great name, by the way. Great name. Love Iron Talon. Big fan. And you also see a fight breaking out here. There's going to be the Stormhammer, and it looks like FNG's just going to walk into a world of hurt. The torrent will come out. He will die almost instantly. Stomp, though, under UnderShock. He's pretty low, and he might fall here. Nice uses of the Fairy Fire. He'll stay alive. Mag getting chased down as well. Another Stormhammer. The torrent to fall. The arrow not doing anything. They get two. Two for Afterlife. The Fortune 10 continuing to go on two. But they will be able to get away. Yes, they lose the Kunkka, but a great fight coming out for Vega Squadron there.
Yeah, saving Dragonite was pretty huge. It's actually going to delay him getting to the mid lane by, even with him denying himself here, it still delays him going back to the mid lane for quite a while.
I mean, it's a ridiculous start. Other than this Fen,
Did you catch that kill?
I did not, unfortunately.
That was Fen dying.
Yeah. How did he... It was a... Oh, looks like KingR is going to go down as well, as Iceberg will pick up that one. It looks like it was a combination of Mag as well as the Disruptor. I might be wrong. It might have been more.
Probably contested the rune.
Yeah, that...
I think it was Marana solo. Disruptor and Centaur were the ones that killed the
No, he died up here in the lane, unless he was running back
yeah,
from the
but
contention.
that's because he ran from the rune. He got initiated here, and then bottom just chased him.
Okay, I see. Well, that miss will only happen once this game, so don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Torrent, Sioma, getting caught, brief fire. Should be an easy pickup here, but we've seen crazier things happen before. Dragon Tail Arrow does hit onto one, but Sioma eventually, at least does waste a lot of time with that kill. Mag did have to use the Stampede just to try to save him. I don't blame him for doing it, but unsuccessful in doing so. So easy support kill there. It gets them back on the board for Empire after missing out on a lot of kills. And the Sven dying also is... It's vastly important because, again, Sven is a hero that wants to be ahead in net worth by a couple thousand. He's a lot like an alchemist, and that's why you have the Ancients being stacked and being taken later on down the road, but they've not been stacked, and I think right now Vega are pretty much winning all three lanes at this point.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
And they're going to find another kill.
Yeah.
Vega are running over them.
The build is just so cool on the Ogre. Like, normally when you go this 1-1-4 skill build, it just seems so mediocre for Ogre. His early, like his mid to late game are just so bad because all he's doing is facilitating his allies.
Oh my god, that Star Storm damage coming out from Iceberg. I mean, DK is generally a tanky hero, but not nearly tanky enough against all of that magic damage. He needs a Cloak or something because he's dying almost instantly. Look at the DK's items purge. He's got nothing, and he finally gets up his infused raindrop, but that...
No, that's his second infused raindrop, dude. That's 450 gold he spent on those.
Arrow on Miposhka, he looks like he's about to fall. I mean, they're running over them. Ghostik, this is not a fight you want to take. Luckily, they avoid that Static Storm, but they will have this Fed coming in. He's got his armlet. They're just chewing through him. Can they bring him down? The answer to that question is abso-freaking-lutely. They'll kill one. They're looking for a second. The arrow just misses, but they've got the glimpse ready to go. Ghostik trying to get some more armor. Misses out of the coin blade. Almost got Iceberg. This is a slaughter. Iceberg will end up falling, finally.
He messed up, but it's okay. They're absolutely stomping right out. The amount of kiting that they're doing is just insane. But I kind of feel like Empire's throwing their heads against the wall. They feel very tilted to me. Just mis-executing their ganks repeatedly and their defensive moves. I mean, at least they're going to get one D-ward here, but Vega's just completely controlling the mid lane. Sentries all around. They eventually did grab the Observer Ward. It's getting so out of control. The game's technically out of control already, really. That was like everybody dying for nothing.
I mean, there's a 10,000 net worth lead purge at 9 minutes into the game. That's one of the largest leads we've ever seen, I think, in a Dota game. And
yeah.
This is we were singing Empire's praises earlier on, and especially during the draft. I don't know what's happening other than just solid laning from Vega and obviously the rotations from the supports. That really is what it came down to, is I think FNG has drafted themselves with some superior support movements, and I don't know. They're just finding free engagements, and they're going to find UnderShock more than likely to get it. He's just taking so much damage. The raindrop will save him for a moment, but as soon as he comes back, the ignite is up, and he'll breathe fire right before dying. And UnderShock has died 6 times now. 6 deaths for the mid DK.
And Iceberg's about to finish his Axe. He's only 900 gold away. Like, if you get that around 15 minutes, you're having a good time.
Oh, God.
If he's going to finish this by, like, 12. How are they going to survive this? Like, they've got Oracle at least, but he doesn't even have his ult yet. He's just now about to hit 6.
I don't think they can survive it. An Axe Mirana, whereas the DK has literally nothing.
And Drow as well. She just finished her Shadow Blade at 10 minutes with Dragonlance Treads. It's so strong.
Oh my god.
Like, even if Sven wants to do Ancients or something, they could just be there.
He's not even clear the stack. I shouldn't even say stack. He's not even clear the camp that was there earlier. From the beginning of the game, essentially.
Manta's probably ideal due to Lucent Beam. Or, I'm sorry, Eclipse. So just keep farming, basically. Take good team fights with your team. They've got enough advantage already to just keep whomping on their opponents. So.
Does Iceberg have almost a full Orchid? Yeah, okay. That's a huge choice.
Yeah, it'll
Who
be
do you
good.
Orchid in the fights, by the way, out of curiosity?
I mean, Luna's one option. You got to worry about Shadow Demon, obviously, so he could just... The important thing is that the Orca lets him start solo killing. Against Elder Titan and against Shadow Demon, it's hard for him to ever solo kill any of those heroes because they can always just disable him after he blinks in. So if he gets an Orchid, though, he can just start solo killing people, and it should really open up his farm potential over the next 50 minutes, just because he can occasionally kill solo heroes, and then the whole map gets constrained for Empire. They can't necessarily push out a lane with a support solo. They have to genuinely be worried about Quap being there and killing them. So it limits the farming potential of their opponents. Just by him buying an Orchid. There's a lot of good things that ganking really provides in Dota.
Well, see UnderShock farming the jungle. Looks like FNG seems to know this. FNG not quite at his blink, yet still about 1,000 away. I'd like to have that item. They'll put some pressure on the bottom
little
lane.
underfarmed, but...
Well, for support slaughter, do you think really that's the case? But
it's a little underfarmed, yeah. Considering that they've been doing well, it's slightly underfarmed. But his KDA's been good, that's the important thing. Don't feed too much. Once he gets Blink Dagger, obviously they'll be stronger, but they're already quite strong due to Drow Aura, and Meg's got Mech already, obviously, so they're doing quite well. It's completely fine.
And with that, they will take the tier 2 tower down bottom without any real issues. Again, as the Broodmother tries to split push to the top lane and doing Brood things, as he's now got Phase, Midas, and an Ogre Club, which we talked about Echo Saber beforehand. That seems to be the choice this time around. Yeah, Echo Saber, yeah.
I really like how FNG's playing here as well. He sprinted forward just to cast amp damage on the Batrider, which means that you always know where Batrider is for 25 seconds, which means Batrider can't initiate, and the one tool that Empire had to start a good fight is not there. Cool build, though. He picks up a Veil. I've never seen this before on Bat, but it makes perfect sense. If you want your Bat to do more damage, and he does all magic damage pretty much, just get a Veil. Kind of covers a lot of his weaknesses as well against Drow Ranger. You get armor out of it, so all this right-click damage is going to do a little bit less.
Oh, the Slithering Crush will find the Luna. They have the damage is the question. They're running after her. Blink in. There's the Shadow Strike. Eclipse will come out. Sonic Wave. Need to bring him down. Iceberg took a lot of damage there, but they had the mech ready to go for Mag. And that's going to be the Luna dead.
Yeah. And he had a regen after that, so he's going to get full mana and HP out of that. That was so straightforward for Iceberg there.
That is a nice victory step to take. One that gets you back to full health.
What do you think it feels like to drink a regen rune?
I would say it's probably very refreshing.
What if it's like painful, you know, like if it's painful to like regrow all your skin or whatever that got like burned off or light moonbeamed off?
I wouldn't want to drink it, honestly, if that was the case. I always think of a regen. I think of a regen rune as like a Sprite or something, you know, something.
Oh, okay, a little fizzy.
Yeah,
it's definitely got some carbonation. I agree with that.
There's gonna be the stomp. Misses.
Oh, what a huge
Iceberg! Orchid. That was an insane Orchid. That was nuts.
You know what changed that whole thing is the fact that UnderShock probably blinked to the side that Iceberg was already facing. So at the same time he was trying to cast Lasso, that Iceberg was already facing him and instantly Orchided him. Whereas if he had blinked behind where the Drow was facing, or behind where the Queen was facing, he would have had to turn to cast Orchid, and he would have been able to lasso him in time. So it was just the smallest mistake there by UnderShock, and a sick play from Iceberg leads to Iceberg just living there when he should have died.
Yeah.
Like, very subtle things.
There's a lot of people in the vicinity. Iceberg should have gone down there, but now the smoke is up. FNG. Blink Dagger is done and ready to go. They're looking to fight with it. Oh, party indeed. Who are they going to party on is the question. Batrider? No, it doesn't seem to be the case. Who are they looking for? Anybody. So they're in Crush. They're going to find what seems to be Miposhka. Screw my pain, and he dies quickly. Recent Beam is going to come through, and now they're going to chase after the Luna. Frost Arrows, Orchid. There's the Slitherine Crush. Luna in trouble. He's about to go down, and Iceberg finds a double. The push into the Tier 2 tower. Nothing more important than picking up an enemy carry kill, as well as a tower on top.
It's just so much right-click damage. Even like Elder Titan, Quap right-clicked him once and it did like 240 damage because of amp damage and the Drow Aura. Their draft is actually just so cool. All they had to do was stabilize the laning stage, and it was going to transition really well into the mid-game due to all the right-clicks they have and the SlayeR ulti. And now it's like having a SlayeR support, it's not a bad thing at all. It's actually really good. Right. Like most SlayeRs just don't transition super well lately, but if you support and you get out of the laning stage well, you get into this position where you've got the powers of amp damage, which is taking Roche fast and making all of your heroes a carry, and that's amplified by Drow. It's like, it's such a cool draft. It's so beautiful. But it all comes down to playing it well. And they did do it well.
Yeah, this draft so far has been absolutely spot on by Vega, and that's what happens when you have FNG, the mastermind on your squad, making sure that you have everything at your disposal.
And they got a medallion now.
Weave. And I think that signals that they want to either fight or defend. There's no one here attacking the tower. It's the Astro coming in.
I do like defensive weaves, though. I feel like most teams don't do them enough. They very generally prioritize on weaving aggressively, but usually you only get a couple seconds of weave out of that. I think I love more teams doing this. Because if they engage right now, they'd have like 15 armor on all their heroes. That's like up over a plate mail in terms of survivability. And heroes like Drow Ranger, or sorry, like Quap, for example, they're usually quite weak to physical in these early mid stages of the game. They have decent HP, but their armor is not usually that high. So against an Elder Titan, Weave is going to make a huge amount of difference at these kind of early fights.
It's a lot of dazzle picks these past couple of days, and there's sometimes been access to counter him. We saw yesterday that dazzle was essentially useless, but in this game, as you've talked about,
his early game was so good. That was the sad part in that game too. Like he was like 302 dazzle support. He can just go magic immune. And Vega will have to reinitiate here.
Yeah, we're going to smoke up.
Oh, they used already.
I see the Luna. They're going to go with Slithering Crush. They're going to find the amp damage as well. Good defensive disruption. Fall up. Not quite there yet. The Batrider's back up. There's the Orchid coming out, but they have no way of chasing him down. Some good stomps coming out, making sure there's no further aggression coming out side of Vega, and they'll have to just go ahead and switch themselves away at this point.
They maybe could have if they landed a Frost Arrow there, but it missed. So it was already kind of an iffy situation. They defend the pushes, and Broods, they're just going to go back to farming again. It's a little unfortunate for Vega that they weren't able to profit from that, but either way, they still did get 2 hero kills leading up to this.
You're just like, well, my illusions are going to get killed very quickly. I guess I'm not going that. That's kind of weird, though. That's a very core item on Luna most of the time, but...
Yeah, she can maybe get it later, but the Mjolnir, it'll likely be an Ags build after Drow. Dealing with the illusion's kind of tough. And they already do have Shadow Demon in the game, so this is why he bought Mjolnir. He said, okay, he's going to have Shadow Demon illusions. I need AoE to be able to clear those rapidly. But Manta illusions are a bit weaker by far, so I think it's okay skipping.
Camera control annoyingly.
They take 400% actually, Manta illusions do, compared to the SD ones taking 200% now. A nerf to those. They used to take 50% more.
Did we see the SD illusions yesterday? I believe it was picked a couple of times, so yeah, I think that must be the case. Look at this play, by the way. Look at where they're situating themselves.
Oh,
this is crazy. Oh my god, they're going to see him. They see the Luna. He has Aegis, obviously, but are they going to go for this? This might be a bait of their own. Jump into the ring crush, and now they're going to go in. Great Gust! That'll be at a KingR. Disrupt does get off, though. Sonic Wave coming through. There's the Eclipse. Not a great fight so far for Vega. They've lost the Drow. Earthsplitter coming out. They'll lose Mag as well. TP's coming through. They'll try to get Sioma away. The Elusive Beam will stop him, and it is going to be 3 falling to the deck. What a great bait coming out from the side of Empire.
If there's a butterfly on Luna, for example, you're not going to be able to deal with them. Great
vacuum wall. Onto 2, but no follow-up damage. No Sonic Wave. They break the Lincoln Sphere again, and they're going right back in. Tier 3's now down. It's going to be looked like the Melerex should fall next as well.
It's bouncing so much. All the moonwalls, even the heroes are taking damage.
The Godzilla Luna is here, and she's going to take at least the Melerex, and more than likely the Ranged Rex will fall shortly thereafter. It's time to escape if you are going to be Team Empire, and they will TP home with the Luna. They will make it.
Interesting Shadow Demon build. You went for the Dragon Lance. You ever done this build before?
the Dragonlance Shadow Demon build now.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
I must say.
If it was his, it would be great, but unfortunately he picks it up for the Luna, so.
Yeah, needed a TP due to her having the Aegis. So just smart play, gets her a little bit more farm in the top lane. They got the
Mantis
Rax
by the
mid.
way.
Yeah, he had that for the last
push, yes.
Very good for damage. Now that they're up to a point where they're stabilizing in team fights, it's really good for sieging, obviously, because it increases his damage by like 60% or so when he's hitting buildings. Quite good. Next item, I think he goes Butterfly now. He's quite tanky due to having the BKB and the Manta style. 2k HP I think he feels comfortable with. So I think he goes Butterfly next on Luna. Force the Drow to get MKB rather than Ags. Or possibly just win that kind of advantage where you hit that timing window where he just finishes another item as he should have built MKB. That's like the biggest advantage you can get. And as long as they keep lassoing Drow at the start of the fights, they should win all these fights against Vega now. Because their heroes are much stronger in late game. Vegas was much stronger mid.
Vega had a 7,500 net worth advantage. It is now 0.
0.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's Rax, man.
That is a valley that has turned into, I guess, a flat plane, or at least it will be a flat plane, potentially.
I'm going to call it value into not value.
That's very true.
Another big issue in terms of itemization right now, Queen of Pain's kind of forced to get BKB due to the Eclipse. Maybe Lincoln's was a bit of a waste. He bought it because he didn't want to deal with Lasso and they were winning. So it seemed like Lasso is the only way you lose. But now they win a fight like that, and now they're worried about winning team fights now. And now Lincoln's is a problem. He's going to build BKB to deal with Eclipse. And then Elder Titan Aura is going to drop his armor all the way down to 0.
Yeah.
So even something as simple as Glaives flopping around in a team fight are going to blow him up, which has been happening. He's got an armor problem now. Vega's in a weird spot. I think they need Force Staffs, they need Vlads, they need Glimmer Capes, they need so many things to win fights now. But with Empire having map control and Roche, this all started from that Roche death, by the way. Just imagine if Vega got that Aegis instead of them, whole game would be different.
I think you're absolutely right. What you're telling me is that it's looking a bit rough for Vegas.
Oh, the smoke gets scouted so sick by Elder Titan.
Yeah, the Astra coming out and making sure they've got some vision, and they back up together as a squad. It looks like they will. UnderShock is the last to leave, other than, of course, the Luna. They can still theoretically fight this. They're going to jump in. What a BKB from Ghostik. Now FNG's in trouble. Getting chewed down. Still good physical damage. They want Ghostik. They will find it, but now FN might be in trouble. Lasso comes out. That'll be into Iceberg. His BKB pops. He'll blink away in the end. He'll make it out. Sonic Wave comes through. Doesn't really do much. They'll try to find KingR. He'll disrupt himself. He's very low right now. They do get the Luna. They're going to get 3. Are they going to get 4? Yes. And now the TP out from UnderShock. Will he make it away? No, he will not. All of a sudden, they turn it around. What an ultra kill. What a fight from Vega. How did that happen?
They just couldn't kill Drop Ranger. He popped BKB and they turned on Eclipse and stuff, but nobody died on Vega's side. Like, despite their initiation being so weak, they just absolutely wrecked there.
It's going to have to be buybacks here, Purge. They've got 2 of them. No Luna buyback, though, for 75 gold. So very close. They want the tier 3 tower. They want to transition this into more than one set of racks, but there are some buybacks. Got the respawn up in 5 for the Shadow Demon, 11 for that Broodmother, but they will at least lose 1.
It's going to be 2 racks. Probably. They've got to be kicking themselves so hard. They saw the smoke coming. They spotted it with the spirits. I think Vega pinged it. Maybe Empire didn't pay attention, but I don't think they expected Vega to come from that side. But when you lose a 5-0 team fight that close to your base, you get 2 racks. They have no more tier 3 towers. They're just all gone because they lost that fight so bad.
Not only that, but they've lost 2 melee racks. Did they lose the range racks bottom? No, but it gets very low. So that fight, I mean, we talked about it. The game was even. It is now back down to 7,500 net worth advantage. And not only that, Roshan is up, and it is ripe for the taking for Vega Squadron.
Yeah, it could just be as well that Drow just has far better physical damage than Luna does right now. It's partially because of the Mjolnir, but it's also because of her aura, that natural right-click bonus that she gets. It's way better for Drow in the late game than it is for Luna in the mid-ish game, around level 16. But they're past that now. Drow has pretty much only damage items, and Luna's carrying BKB, Helm of the Dominator, Manta style. It's good at pushing, but it's not that good at damage, and a Talisman. It's a lot of like tanky items. So once she pops BKB, she's hard to kill. Are they going to sneak another Roche here, though?
There's no way. I don't think they have any vision in the vicinity. The Dire, I'm not sure.
They do scan it. They spotted KingR, so they know they're in the area. They're going to group and smoke now.
They're going to try. They have to get there quickly as this is falling low. This Aegis will go the way of Empire. If they're not quick enough here, the Firefly coming out, UnderShock wants to make sure he's first contact, and they'll see him.
So close.
They should see him, and
I
it's
think
going to be theirs, I believe. They should get this road shot, and they're up on the high ground. They've got the Aegis going for the Luna. Eclipse not there. Vacuum onto the high ground, and now Luna in trouble. They did pop the cheese.
So much damage.
There's going to be one dead. It's going to be the Luna losing the Aegis. Good Earth Splitter, but FN still lying into everyone with Iceberg, and you still see the Luna on the high ground. Will pop the BKB. The Eclipse comes through, but they all back away. UnderShock forced to buy back. Stop will come through. Lasser comes out. They've caught Mag at the very least, and they blow a 4, and that has to be it. There is a buyback on the Luna, but they've killed her twice after, of course, the Aegis going down.
A couple of really crucial things in that team fight, mainly the amazing vacuum to put Luna on the high ground. She didn't pop BKB in time, and that kind of lost her the whole fight. If she was right-clicking in that fight, or at least could take the battle to her opponents, maybe they win it, but... And the weave as well. The weave was at full power right when they fought. They lost the weave right after killing Luna, I think, the first time, so they probably had like a 20 armor advantage in that team fight. Just doing a huge amount, offsetting everything Elder Titan does well.
This weave has been spot on coming out for the squad for Vega. Looking for more. Scream of Pain coming out, and Queen of Pain will be able to find more pickups. The stomp will come through. Be successful on getting at least after the Drow Ranger, but now it's the 3 crushes. They want to get more. They found the Luna. If they can bring her down again, then the game is certainly over, but they're going to lose Vegas here momentarily. The stomp will stop it for the time being, but at this point, they've got it. Vegas will be coming here. And Vega are very close to eliminating Empire here. The bash onto the Luna. The BKB forced away. Is it enough? Will she make it out? Had forced BKB herself. And luckily, we'll make it to the high ground.
The damage is so much.
And here comes the Brood Mother at the very least. They're trying to get something done. He will find a kill, but they chase him down. Iceberg should have enough for everybody.
The gem. Oh, they can kill FN here. I mean, they're not going to win, but, like, they're doing okay. Was he going to kill UnderShock? He does.
Yeah. Might even kill the Luna!
Oh, no way!
Oh, my God. That would have been sick. He was so close. And,
the TP, he didn't even feel comfortable while leaving. Oh, man. All right, there's a ridiculous... There's a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. There's a chance.
You know... Yes. A very small chance, but there is, in fact, a chance. I mean... This chance is, what would you call it in terms of numbers?
It's not good. It's not good, but it's there. They've got 1 Rax in
percentage-wise.
At least. Definitely sub 5, but thanks, man. I just ruined the game.
Jesus.
It's very, very low, honestly. But at least they got the mid barracks already, but they're clearly losing team fights. I think if Luna's able to get Butterfly, like, before the next team fight, there's a chance they can win the fight, but he needs damage. And he needs more survivability. It's not going to help against the Luna or against the Drow Ranger, but it will give him a couple more armor points.
He's a satanic.
Smart itemization too by Darkseer. Very interesting. I haven't seen a Darkseer go offensive before, but with just Dagon, it's completely not expected.
It's just been really immaculate play coming out from Vega. Well, and the itemization is just right around the time the Drow Ranger had the BKB up and ready to go. And,
yeah, it made a big difference.
She's pumping out the damage. She's a DD, by the way. I don't think there's a
normal
better
stuff.
time to fight when you have your MKB Hurricane Pike and DD ready to go.
Oh, he doesn't have his Butterfly finish. He's got the Eagle Song in his inventory, but he needs another 500 gold. He needs another couple minutes. He's got to sell something, or I don't know. I don't think you sell. They just need to delay the fight for a bit.
I mean, you have to win this fight here, but that seems almost nigh impossible. Last
He's
2-4
150
tower.
and he's got it.
Gonna be close. BKB, they're looking for the lasso. BKB's gone now. A little too early. Now the vacuum back. Luna might be in trouble. They orc the illusion. Oh
It's
no.
going well.
FNG.
They can maybe win from this.
3 crush misses. They will get the tier 4 tower. They should if they're
All right,
not focusing
FNG.
it down.
This is good.
FN
Just
comes
gotta win
in.
the rest.
He gets forced forward. I don't know. This is a bit dangerous. They're going to jump in. They've got the lasso. FN's getting brought into the well. The Sonic Wave, they drop the wall. He's going to get disrupted for now. Meanwhile, they will lose the Shadow Demon. FN trying to right-click down whoever he can. The Mjolnir going to work. They get Ghostik. The Grave is up. He's still alive at some point. I don't know how they bring him down. And they won't. They call GG. That might be it. The zap to finish the game off. And Vega survive. And they 2-0 Empire in this huge best-of-3 series.
I was close at the end there, but big whiffs and mistakes from Vega at the last team fight. They almost won that, but the Grave at the end absolutely shutting down their hope of wiping and maybe crossing the map for Megas. I think Empire played significantly better this game, but they still had a lot of laning problems. Vega just clearly had the stronger gameplay in terms of beating the Brood in the lane, and the draft change wasn't enough, at least based on Vega's play, to shut down Drow and limit her ability as a carry. So Vega is looking real good. I would love to see them finally get some success as a team. Like I said before, I've always really expected their lineups. They've always been great.